Hello guys, I'm here with Grandmaster Andy Woodward. Andy, tell me a little bit about your thoughts going into the round, and then what went through your mind, and are you happy with the result?
Yeah, going into the game, I guess I was kind of going to try to get a fighting game, try to play for a win, but against this specific line, I guess I was trying to play it safe. He played this side line with queen takes d4 and queen d3. So the main line is bishop b5 instead of queen d3. And he had like one game in this line, so but he had no games in queen d3. So I briefly looked at this before the game. But yeah, queen d3 was like a full surprise. And then g6, knight d5. Like, I had looked at this a little bit with the engine before, and I remember it didn't give much for white, so I was kind of just going to play moves. And heel bishop g4 was probably not the best, but I think it's playable. I remember this idea with bishop g4, and then bishop e2 takes in knight e5 somewhere. I don't know if it was heel. Yeah, like bishop f3, queen f3, knight e5, and then I wasn't sure about like queen e3 and f4 ideas, so I decided to play knight e5, and after takes.
It feels better to have a bishop in e5 rather than a knight, because the knight is easily chased, but the bishop you can always go back and.
Yeah, so and I played queen d7. The idea is to go b5. And every time he goes f4, I meet it with bishop f6. So he played a4 prophylaxis against b5, and then I played rook c8 to go like rook c5 and rook fc8 and c4. I guess it wasn't really much.
After that, and you guys kind of fizzled into a draw.
Yeah.
But you were the youngest grandmaster to become a grandmaster. Tell me a little bit about how hard have you worked to get a title, and what are your next goals?
Yeah, I mean, it took me a lot longer than I was hoping for to get the title, because I was like 2480 in 2022. And then I struggled for about a year and dropped about like 50 rating. And then I had to slowly build my way back. And I missed the norm by, final GM norm by half a point, and due to technicalities, quite a.
That was a freeze. That was a very intriguing interview. Sorry about that.
Okay, last question again. Okay. And Andy, tell me a little bit about your thoughts going into this tournament, and do you feel excited to get the chance to compete in the same tournament as Fabiano Caruana?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just going to try to play every game one at a time.
Every time we think it's